Guys, the question is two aircraft shown here. So if I take this as my picture here, so this is my plane coming here and the other one is flying this way. So I will show you first this method. So let's find out if this is a vector, how would you resolve it into two components? This is the vertical component, this is the horizontal component. So if you take this as like I and j, these are the reference planes, reference axis I unit vector, j unit vector. So my concern is how would you split up this vector into its two components. So it's not difficult. Look, this is 800, this is a resultant, and the opposite side is 800 sine 60. This is sine, okay? And what is that equals to? So let me check it. 800 times sine 60. Is it 692? So it is 692. Let me ask you, the actual reference plane is upward is positive, but this vector component is downward, so it should be negative. I would say negative. Make sure you put the sign with the components so that you will not get the wrong answer. How about the horizontal component? So it should be 800 cosine 60, and positive or negative, what sign should I use? Negative. Good job. And if you do the math, it should be 400, correct? Negative 400. So this is j component, this is I component for vector VB. So let me write down the vector VB as the ith component is negative 400I and jth component is negative 692.8. Bring this down for you. J. So we have found the first or one vector into resolve it into I and j components. So how about the next vector? If you take a look, this plane is flying horizontal to x-axis or unit vector. So I would say just VA is the one component. It is the same component is parallel to the I. So can I write down like this? Agreed? So this is the only one component. There is no, I would say, zero component for the j unit vector because this is parallel to the x-axis. So now the question is, if you take a look, the question is find out the relative velocity of these two planes, but relative b with respect to a. So I'm going to show you the velocity vector b with respect to a, or vb from a. So the formula is vb minus va. The way you will learn it, the first letter which comes in the sub, you will write down that vector first. Negative, the second in the sub, which is b slash a would come at the second place to be consistent with the sign and everything. So I would write down negative 400I, negative 692.8. By the way, this is already positive, so we don't need to worry about sign for this one, VA. So it is negative. So if you solve for this, you should get negative 1050I, negative 692.8 G. Do you understand that? So the question is find out the velocity vector. I want to find out the magnitude as well as the theta angle. So how do you find the magnitude if you are given the I and j vectors? You will do like this. Magnitude formula for orthogonal components. Okay? This is the magnitude that is equal to 1258 kilometers per hour. This is the unit. So this is the magnitude formula. Now if you know the magnitude has been found, so if I draw the vector, it is in the third quadrant. Negatives, look, the negative is left and you go down for the negative, so it's somewhere here. Okay, so I want to see what is this angle, so you will show me like this. This is the vertical component, tangent inverse. Vertical component is 692.82, horizontal component is 1050. So if you do the math here, so let me show you the formula. Arc tangent 692.82 divided by 1050. So I got 33.4 degrees for this vector. This is your answer. So you will show me the same thing in your answer if you see such a question. So we have found magnitude as well as we have found the angle. So let's solve this is a vector method. Let's solve the same question using the graphical method, which we just knew that this is the graphical. You have to draw a triangle. So how would you draw a triangle? Look, I want to take this picture again and draw a head to tail rule to complete the vector addition. So I would say these are the absolute velocities of the plane. So I would say take this as my vector VA, and this one is the origin. Okay, this one is the origin. Agreed? And now this is vector VA, V sub A, this is vector V sub B. Now you will join. So how would you join this? I would say this is the, so so this is actually the resultant is VB, but VB from A is to be found using the law of cosine, so, and law of sines. So this angle, if you take a look, what is this angle? 60. Agreed? This is the line. Okay, 60. And if this line is 60, what is this line? This angle is 120. You agree with your professor? So we want to find out this side. This side is how much? 650. That's one given. This side is how much? 800. That's given. So two sides and the angle between the two sides is given. So law of cosines you will apply to find out this side. So VB side with respect to A, this side is missing, so I would take the square root of this side square, the other side square, minus, let me double check, it is minus sign or positive, yes, minus 2BC cosine. So minus 2 times one side, other side, and the angle between these two sides, which is 120. So if you solve for this, what do you get? Square root of 650 Is it correct? Oh, I forgot. It's negative. Why did I put it? So it's negative. It's, oh yeah, it's the same. 1258. We got the same answer using the graphical method and using the vector algebra. So let's find out the angle. And the angle is, I am sorry, I have to close this app. This angle, can you find out this angle? If you know this is the law of sines, okay, how would you find out the angle? Using the law of sines. Opposite over angle, like this is opposite side 800 and angle in front of that 800 divided by sine theta. This is what you want. So 650 divided by VB slash A. So 650 I don't want to take 650 because I don't know the other angle. I would take this side, 1258 divided by sine 120. Can you find out theta? If you do the math, you should get 33.4. This is your answer.